Welcome to the DoubleACS Daily News for January 14th, 2016. There is a new bill on Beacon Hill that will change the look of replica guns within the state. The bill will require all toy guns sold in the state to have a 1-inch orange stripe down the tip, barrel, and handle of the gun. To learn more, we spoke with Attleboro State Representative Paul Heroux.
And the replica firearms bill is something that would basically require all replica or imitation firearms to have a 1-inch orange stripe up the barrel of the gun. The reason for this is basically, you could say, threefold. The first one is that, so if a small child is playing with, this is probably the most important one, if a small child is playing with a gun, a replica gun that is, then a police officer sees them. Right now some of these replica guns look like the real thing. And having a 1-inch orange marker on the gun can help, indicate to the police officer that this child doesn't have a, real gun and they're just playing with a, replica, a toy. So that's important to protect the lives of children because that's something that has happened. Last year we had 28 people killed by police officers accidentally because they were in possession of a replica gun. Additionally, you also have the issue of people who are committing crimes with replica guns, and the idea is that if these replica guns come with an orange stripe over the barrel, somebody's going to have to tamper with that orange stripe, and that would be prohibited under the law. So some people could say that, oh well, they could go ahead and put black paint over the orange stripe, or kind of a gray metal paint over the orange stripe, and so then it will continue to look like a real gun. That's true, but then there's also the issue of whether or not the gun is going to be visibly tampered with, and then somebody could see that it was probably a replica gun. That's one issue. But then the other larger issue is just because someone might do something wrong to try and skirt this new law that will become law, it's not law yet, it doesn't mean we should do nothing. And that goes to be said about a lot of things. A lot of times people come up with a reason that you shouldn't do something because somebody might do something, and so that just defies logic that we should take no action because somebody might try and violate the law. That's something that the legislature is pushing for this session. I believe the way I understood the bill was that if a replica gun is out there now, it would have to be altered to include the orange stripe on it, and all new purchases that are sold in Massachusetts would have to include that as well. Because the reason I believe that would be the interpretation of the bill, and therefore it is going to eventually become law unless something is edited to clear this language up. But the police would have the ability to confiscate a replica gun that didn't have this orange stripe on its barrel. So my understanding of that, by default, other guns would then need to be retrofitted with an orange stripe on the barrel to identify that they're a fake gun. We had a public safety hearing last Thursday. It was Wednesday or Thursday, and the example I used was of the movie The Departed, and to whether or not movie sets would be exempt from using guns with orange stripes on them, and the answer was yes, movie sets will be exempt from that, because if we had the movie The Departed and everybody had an orange stripe on it, it really wouldn't have had the same effect.
That's it for today's update. For DoubleACS News, I'm Austin Ricketts.